Welcome to TLT's lesson on workplace safety. To begin the discussion on workplace safety, we'll start by defining the term. Workplace safety is the collective practices, policies, and procedures used to alleviate the risk of injury or harm for everyone and create a safe environment at work. Some important legislation regarding workplace safety includes the Occupational Safety and Health Act of 1970. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration was subsequently created to enforce and facilitate the standards of the 1970 Act. According to OSHA, the Act was created to protect workers from hazardous working conditions through mandating standards for both employees and employers while working, as well as encouraging both employees and employers to play a role in minimizing the risk of injury or harm. Hazardous working conditions are created through things like misuse or storage of hazardous substances, lack of protective gear necessary to prevent injury, and work-related stress, among other factors. Creating safe environments in these conditions may look like providing the necessary gear, recognizing hazardous substances, and having procedures in place in the event of an accident that may cause injury. We will elaborate on these things later on. Workplace safety can look different depending on the location and the nature of your job. For this reason, we will cover workplace safety for both remote work and on-site work. In this section, we will talk about remote workplace safety. Though the Occupational Safety and Health Act does not specifically address remote work, it does identify work-related stress as a contributor to mental illness and thus increased risk of workplace harm when not properly addressed. Therefore, workplace safety for remote workers can include things such as mental health, physical health, and cybersecurity. As mentioned, having poor mental health may be attributed to by work-related stressors. Employers may contribute to workplace stress by unreasonably increasing workloads, not providing support, micromanaging, and leaving discrimination unaddressed. Micromanaging can leave employees feeling a lack of autonomy and thus dissatisfaction with their current position. And though discrimination may look different online, it can very well still be present in the form of cyberbullying and distributive justice. Employers should take steps to prevent these by providing support when needed, learning managing techniques, and training on anti-discrimination practices. Though employer actions are crucial, employees must also play a part in taking care of their own mental health. It can be difficult as a remote worker to set boundaries for work and home life, especially if there are no definitive times for beginning and ending the workday. Even in the case that there is, many struggle to step away from work, given its close proximity. When there is a pressing deadline or quota to meet, it is especially difficult. However, poor work-life balance can lead to decreased productivity and burnout. Constantly engaging in high stressors can contribute to mental health issues such as anxiety and depression. Remote workers are particularly at risk because of lack of human interaction. Remote work is notorious for causing decreased socialization and communication skills. Some remote workers find it difficult to maintain relationships due to loss of face-to-face communications, and they find themselves in periods of isolation. According to WorkHuman, human interaction is a necessity for quality of life. Most notably, untreated mental health can manifest into physical health issues, which we will address next. It's important for remote workers to prioritize maintaining proper work-life balance. Take steps such as scheduling time outside of work for friends and family. If there are no definitive working hours, create a schedule that will allow you time away from work-related matters. Office workers are particularly at risk for health issues, as the job typically accompanies long hours sitting in front of a computer. Prolonged inactivity can lead to cardiovascular disease, obesity, muscular atrophy, among other things. In addition, poor posture while sitting can cause muscular strain in the back and neck, as well as causing carpal tunnel syndrome. There are steps workers can take to minimize the risk of illness and injury associated from prolonged hours in front of a computer. Most popularly in recent years are height adjustable desks. These allow workers to stand at their desk while they work. It aims to prevent muscular atrophy as well as correcting postural issues. Many install walking pads to remain active during their working hours as well. Practicing having proper back and neck posture to prevent muscular strain is equally important. Lastly, making investments for cushions that support skeletal structures and mouses that reduce wrist strain are also good preventative measures. Blue light glasses are another good investment for maintaining eye health and possibly preventing migraines caused by light sensitivity. Having extensive screen times may be unavoidable, but talk to your eye doctor about steps you can take if issues arise, such as using eye drops and doing eye exercises. Lastly, for remote workers, staying cyber safe is one factor of workplace safety. There may be an increased risk of attempted cybersecurity attacks due to unsecured networks and lack of uniformity. Remote workers should take preventative measures to protect the sensitive data of the company as well as their own data. This includes general practices like making strong, secure passwords, creating different passwords for each login, and installing software updates. In doing so, it creates a greater level of security and makes it more difficult for cybersecurity attackers to steal sensitive data. Both employees and employers may benefit from phishing and other scam prevention trainings to avoid willingly giving away information. Recently, phishing or email scams have become more developed and increased in quantity. With AI technological advancements, AI training is also a useful tool to be able to avoid belief in falsified information. One important piece of advice is that a reputable company will typically never ask for your personal information, such as your password, through an email. You can learn more in depth about cybersecurity at Tomorrow Leaders Today's online library.
On-site workplace safety is in regards to the physical location and safety and overall health of the environment. This pertains to any on-site in-person work location, so anything that is outside of remote work. While there are many factors to ensuring on-site workplace safety, training, PPE, hazard identification training, and culture of safety are four core elements that ensure that safety is a priority on site. With safety training, online safety training educates employees on hazards, safe work practices, and emergency procedures. This can include many different things such as protocols, training, and training for high risk industries, as well as job specific training. PPE, also known as personal protective equipment, ensures and requires that employees wear hats, safety glasses, gloves, and respirators based on the hazards at the specific job site. Hazard identification training, also known as hazard identification and control, has regular assessments and inspections conducted to identify potential hazards and ensure safety. This identifies hazardous materials or unsafe equipment in a work environment. Lastly, culture of safety promotes a positive and safe work environment, ensuring open communication throughout employees, managers, and an overall work environment. Another important factor to ensure on-site workplace safety are listing employee responsibilities. Under OSHA, the Occupational Safety Health Administration, employers with on-site responsibilities must provide a workplace free from serious recognized hazards and comply with standards, rules, and regulations issued under the OSHA Act. This includes examining workplace conditions to make sure that they conform to applicable OSHA standards, making sure employees have and use safe tools and equipment and properly maintain this equipment, using color codes, posters, labels, or signs to warn employees of potential hazards, establishing or updating operating procedures and communicating them so that employees follow safety and health requirements, and employers with hazardous chemicals, and the workplace must develop and implement a written hazard communication program and train employees on the hazards they are exposed to and proper precautions. They should also be notified when to participate in certain activities. This structure will ensure on-site workplace safety. Conflict resolution is also essential in ensuring safety in the workplace. Compromise, mediation, arbitration, and litigation are four key factors that you can find on TLT's online library under conflict resolution techniques. Compromise is defined as finding mutual agreeable solutions to conflicts or disagreements by making concessions and finding common ground. When working in team settings, this is essential to upholding in an on-site workplace environment. Mediation can be described as a voluntary, confidential process where a neutral mediator helps employees resolve disputes and find mutually agreeable solutions. Arbitration can be defined as a neutral third party, such as the arbitrator, which helps resolve a dispute between two or more parties. And litigation can be defined as legal disputes between employers and employees, often involving issues like discrimination, wrongful termination, or wage and hour violations. All of these are essential to ensuring that a safe on-site workplace environment is ensured between the employees, managers, and organization as a whole. There are a plethora of benefits of effective conflict resolution, such as improved relationships, improved productivity, less overall stress, and more communication between parties. While there are many structures and factors placed in an on-site work environment to ensure safety, there are many benefits that go along with that. Reduced accidents and injuries are a huge benefit to on-site safety. Lower costs are also a benefit when it comes to ensuring safety is in place, as there are less accidents and injuries to worry about. Increased productivity amongst employees, improved reputation amongst the organization, increased job satisfaction within the employees, and increased employee morale are also factors and benefits to ensuring on-site safety. Knowing that employees and managers are taken care of is an essential part of ensuring safety on a workplace. Whether that's making sure that physical factors are in place, making sure that the environment is far from hostile, all of these are benefits that result from ensuring safety in an on-site work environment. While there are upsides, there are obstacles to maintaining workplace safety. One of the first obstacles is initial investment, which can include comprehensive safety programs, purchasing PPE, and conducting risk assessments, which can be expensive, leading into ongoing expenses such as investment in training, equipment, maintenance, and hiring dedicated safety personnel. Time constraining Time for training can also contribute to an obstacle in maintaining safety within the workplace, taking away from regular tasks and impacting productivity in the short term. Strict regulations can also lead employees to perceive safety rules as strict or unnecessary, leading to resentment and decreased morale. Other factors such as mental health or work-life balance could also be downsides, as excessive focus on physical safety could overshadow the importance of mental health and well-being. As for work-life balance, safety initiatives should not come at the expense of work-life balance. Rest and personal activities are essential to maintaining work-life balance. Lawsuits and noncompliance are also factors within obstacles to maintaining that come with maintaining safety within a workplace. As a review from this lesson, go ahead and take our workplace safety quiz. This is a review of remote and on-site workplace safety. In conclusion, thank you for listening to our presentation on workplace safety. On-site and remote workplace safety standards are essential and important to ensuring that all parties in a work environment are protected, safe, and overall satisfied with their work environment in order to produce the best results for an organization or a company. Taking into consideration all the factors listed in this presentation will ensure a safe workplace environment, whether that is on-site or remote. Thank you.